Hey guys, it's San and welcome back to the BulbaSquad. So today we're going to be covering optimization in Pokemon. Specifically when it comes to investing, however, I understand this is a hobby, so I'm going to give you the investment optimization, and then I'm going to show you the middle ground that I believe is the healthy way to continue collecting in the hobby while still maintaining being financially savvy and with your investment. But because we're covering collecting, and that's not exactly my forte, today I decided I'm going to bring in the other half of the BulbaSquad. So, come on.
Hey every guy.
Come on.
Hey everybody. It's me, Sarah, the other half of the BulbaSquad. I do lots of editing, so I'm normally not on camera.
Yeah, I'm usually much better at handling the camera, so she's behind the screen, but you guys wanted to see her, so we'll do this. Alright, come on. Start writing. I'm going to start covering this. Here we go. First and foremost, when you're investing, you never open product. The reason for that is there will almost never be times where you can commit arbitrage, which is taking one form of the item and then switching it to another to make profit. So essentially, you'll never be able to open up a booster box and make profit most of the time, okay? I know there's a period right whenever the product is brand new when you can get the highest premiums for your items. For example, Rainbow Rare Charizard from Champion's Path was about 1,500, 2,000 when it initially released, but then when the set actually released, it tanked and just kept dropping. Same thing with the Shiny Charizard from Shining Fates. So never open, alright? It's not in your favor. Intrinsic value is not going to let you win 9 times out of 10. Sometimes you get really lucky, but don't let that get to your head. Next, now that we're on the point of opening, buy your singles. If you really want to try and speculate in a card, just buy the singles, okay? That is going to be the best way to try and invest into any form of singles. Never opening. Even if we're talking like $1,000 card, guess what? That's $1,000 card because it's that hard to pull. That $300 Rainbow Rare Pikachu, you can open up a case at the magical $500 price point that some of us get it at and still not pull him. That's why he's that expensive. So statistically, it is better to buy the single. Do not try to beat the odds. You are not Captain Special, okay? You will be Captain Timmy if anything. Next, build your base position, okay? Regardless of the systems I teach you, regardless of what some other YouTubers tell you, you cannot predict the future, okay? The future will screw you over a lot of the time. So what can you do to try and build against that? You get a base position in every single set, okay? Let me just emphasize my points. I do not believe in Champion's Path very much, okay? I have a bad history with this, actually. But I still wanted to build my base position. So what did I do? I went out after I didn't get one because I was an idiot. I bought and got myself a position because I don't know if it's going to go up in the future. I don't know if it's going to go down. We can't be 100% certain. Short-term emotions do not dictate long-term results. Just look at Steam Siege, $250. It was garbage. No one loved it, but it's $250. Crimson Invasion, I think it's $150 or $200 right now. Ancient Origins, people thought it was printed into the ground, $800. You see what I mean? You cannot predict that. No one could have predicted that all these sets were to explode. So what do? You build a base position. Most people couldn't predict Evolutions was going to explode whenever Logan Paul joined in. No one could have predicted it from the beginning. You see what I mean? So build your base position, whether that's one box. If that's all you can afford, that's perfectly fine. If it's a case, go with that. Build it every time. Do whatever you are comfortable sinking into the game every 3 months. That is what you should do. 3-month budget is how you build your base position. Don't go, oh, I can get a case right now, but in 3 months I can only afford 3 boxes. Why? It's just going to make for very large inconsistencies. It's not very healthy. Now, this one is a little controversial because of some things I've said in the past. The pre-order period. I have said do not pre-order, at least in the circumstances right now, But let me elaborate first. Ordinarily, I say 2 to 3 months is pretty much like the earliest you should pre-order. Why? There's the 90-day cutoff by most banks. Once you surpass 90 days from the payment being made, because you pay for pre-orders a lot of the time up front, it becomes substantially harder to dispute that charge and get your money back. So people can run off with your money, or your money can be hanging in limbo. They could decide, all right, I'm just going to move your pre-order to wave number 4 3 months down the line. Why? Because I can do that, and it's past 90 days, you can't dispute me. That's why I'm so against it. But if you are before that 90 days, go ahead, okay? You want to get your cheapest price? Pre-order period is usually going to be your best bet. However, if you miss it, accept you missed it, okay? Just wait until the 6-month period comes, see how the product was received by the market, and make up your mind then. If you pay a little extra, you shouldn't ordinarily have to pay extra. That's only right now because of circumstances. But if you have to, just accept it. But otherwise, you might just dodge a bullet because of whatever happened early on, right? And these last 3, they all go hand in hand. Kind of me tooting my own horn. I'm sorry about that. Use my spider, the rat system, and coming soon, my pace system. The pace system, I have not shown it to you guys yet. That one is to predict singles. You have no idea how long that one took me. Okay, spider system. Here's how these 3 would work in tandem. The spider system will tell you what sets seem to be more favorable for future outcomes. Wait until you are able to fill in the second box. I'm going to start making spider system for you guys so I can help you out, but do it on your own too. The second box, so the 6 to 12 month period. When you can check that off, start reconsidering your position. Start reconsidering, do I want to get more, or do I want to actually lower it? In some cases, maybe you want to lower it because you think it's going to be a very stagnant product going based off of the system. I can make better use of this money elsewhere and decrease my opportunity costs, since that's the big thing. Everything is technically investable, but your opportunity cost is the big thing you want to offset. The rat system. Number 1 thing that completely wrecks everyone is reprints. Just like everyone got wrecked by the Champions Path reprint that came out of nowhere, people got wrecked by the Hidden Fates ETB reprint. So use the rat system. It's not 100% accurate because you literally cannot predict a whim like that. But it's better than, again, tooting my own horn, better than anything else out there. No one else has a stupid reprint system that you can try to predict in. So use the rat system. Modify it, whatever. If you modify it, send it to me, please. Pace. I'm going to get to that, guys, and I'll show it to you guys. Now that you've seen this, you've gone through the boring stuff, now you can see how you're supposed to collect in this game. Come on, sir.
Okay. Collecting. Alright. First things first. When it comes to collecting, or at least the most optimal collecting that we've thought of, you get to open products. So already you have a bit more fun time. However, you want to have a 1-to-1 ratio of what you're going to be opening and what you're going to be investing. So let's say you can only afford to buy maybe 2 ETBs. Allow yourself and give yourself the freedom to have one of those sitting on your shelf looking pretty to be part of the collection and also part of your investment, and then have another one that you're allowed to open. Or maybe if you can afford more, or even like we got these ultra premium collections, we bought 2 because we wanted to open one.
The other one's down there if you guys want to see any proof.
Yeah, it's opened. No more shrink wrap. So we allowed ourselves to have the freedom of, let's open some, let's have some fun, but let's also make sure we have something for the investment. Just because it's a hobby, it's meant to be enjoyable. So if you're opening stuff, big important thing, sell your codes. Especially if you're not invested in playing the game at all, which you should, because it's fun. But if you're not invested in playing the game, especially the online game, other people are. Other people want those codes, and you can sell them, especially when a set just comes out. You can sell for a pretty decent price, and you don't have to mail it. There's no shipping cost. You just snap a picture of it, email it, send it through text, Instagram, whatever you need. They send you some money through PayPal, whatever. it's great. You can even sell them on eBay, Facebook groups, wherever you can find that people will actually buy it. And I know there's some websites. I just haven't.
Yeah, I think one of them is called PokeTCG or PTCGO codes. Like, there's apps you can do it. Just ask around in the community. There's definitely going to be Facebook groups you could just go and ask. Don't be afraid. The worst thing they can do is just tell you they don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
The best thing, you figure out where it's cheap, where they'll pay you the most, and always cross-reference your prices. A couple pennies, if you have a couple hundred codes, adds up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
So that way you can get a little bit more of your investment back from whatever you do open trying to get those chase cards. Another thing, organize your bulk. This is hard to write and speak at the same time. All right, organize your bulk. So the ways you organize it is you have your commons and uncommons, you have your rares, you have your reverse hollows. No matter what rarity, all reverse hollows are at the same price, and your hollow rares. And then you've got your GXs, EXs, whatever kind of better cards, but those ones aren't really considered bulk, and you can be better off selling those either to your local game store or online. If through eBay, send it in a white envelope, just got to pay for like a 25-cent stamp. You made yourself maybe like $2. Or you can just take to a local game store. Sometimes they'll buy singles from you. They won't be expensive. You might get it for lower than market value, but you'll still get something out of it. And maybe it's faster than trying to spend your time doing the research yourself. If you don't have the time, that's fine. Just getting a few bucks back is nice.
To give you an idea for the local stores, about 50% of the market value is actually really good, because you save yourself on the shipping, you save yourself on having to list them, you save yourself fees, and most of the time they will just give you cold hard cash. So just go for that one. Oh yeah, and as for the trade-in, that's a big one.
Trade in your bulk. Places like Safari Zone, if you have maybe 2,000 or so cards from opening stuff over the years, you can trade it in and get yourself a case of the newest set that releases. Some game stores do this, or you can trade in your bulk for game in-store credit for some places. Like I think it's Cool Stuff Inc.
Yep, Cool Stuff Inc.
Cool Stuff Inc. You can trade in stuff for in-store credit there. It might not be the best deal when you're trading for in-store credit, or maybe even trading for a newest set, but if you don't have the money to, let's see, buy a new case of Vivid Voltage, or even Battle Styles now that it's coming out, and you have a bunch of cards sitting around, take a day, organize it all, send it in, you can get yourself a pre-order or whatever of the newest set, and that's kind of nice.
So to give you guys, to expand on organizing bulk, because this is a big thing, do not wait until after you've opened up the product. No one wants to do that. If you have your packs, Sarah, what's the organization? You know it better?
It's probably going to be you have like seven uncommons and commons, then you have an energy, a reverse hollow, and then your good card.
Yeah, so if you just automatically start separating it into your piles, you could just keep organizing them. Maybe put them in tins, ETPs, anything. If you open up product, you have a bunch of stuff. Just organize it into those. You will save yourself so much time. And big thing, if you can sell it local, just run the numbers real quick. Run the numbers, make sure, alright, I make more money if I just sell it local, or if it's like you lose out on $2 or $3, it's worth it to save yourself the hassle.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's meeting with someone to exchange bulk for whatever better than trying to ship it out. Alright, the next big topic. Have goals for your collecting. So this is important because if you're just shooting in the dark, just grabbing whatever you want to collect, just not even really knowing what you're doing or knowing anything about the cards, you're kind of burn out pretty quickly. You want to kind of have something that you enjoy, something that you kind of strive for. He is striving for the, what's it called?
Tamamosha University Magic card. It's the trophy, about like 45,000. If you wanted a raw, it's like 16.
Yes, very expensive card that we have no money for, but maybe through selling some stuff, getting stuff, investing money, eventually maybe we'll have enough money to buy something like that, or an opportunity. You don't really get the opportunities unless you kind of get in the community to find stuff like that.
And for example, sometimes you could even trade, like try to trade popularity for value. For example, we have 2 cards we managed to trade.
Yes, that was the next point. Trading stuff. It is a trading card game. So we have, let me see if I can get these close enough. These 2 cards, the Umbreon and the Gold Star Jolteon. We traded away the Rainbow Rare VMAX Charizard Gem Mint so that we could get those 2 cards, because the guy who wanted it didn't really have the cash for it, but said, hey, you want these other cards I have that I don't want? It was pretty nice. We got some cards we enjoy more than the Charizard, and got the Charizard out of our hands. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something you can always have as an option. If you have stuff in your collection that you're just like, you know, I've had this for a while, and it's been sitting there looking pretty, but it would be better if I had like an Umbreon or an Espeon instead of this, whatever it is. So that's an option too. Next. Oh, this is hard to explain. You have stuff that you're meant to sell, but you don't want to sell.
So actually, I'll explain this one because this one's a little more abstract, and that was my point to begin with. Essentially, if you have a product that you do not care about and you personally have no faith in it, you will be more vulnerable to market fluctuations and market noise. For example, if you have something like Champion's Path, and after like 2 months of it being out, even 1 month, everyone was saying it's garbage, no one hates it, it's going to age horribly, all these things, you are more likely to simply sell it. Sell it, panic, whatever. If it dips below MSRP, you're like, oh my god, I'm going to lose money. And so you're going to sell at a loss. But if you like the product, for example, the Hidden Fates I have back here, I have faith in it, I like that product. If it goes to $50, I don't care. I will buy more and increase my position to lower my cost basis. That is what you're supposed to do normally. However, if you're more new, you're more susceptible. So buy what you like. Buy what you want. For example, I have my Shining Magikarp and Shining Gyarados. I don't care if those go to 0. I'm going to keep them.
You also have like a PSA 7 and then a PSA 8 and then a PSA 9 of the same Wailord and Magikarp from Team Up.
Yes, I do have that. And so, that's
the last point. You want to have fun. That's not how you spell fun. Anyway, going off of his little tangent, collect what you enjoy, do what you enjoy, do what you enjoy. Ultimately, it's a hobby. It's meant to be enjoyed. If you enjoy playing the game, play the game. If you enjoy collecting and investing because it's just something that excites you or thrills you, like he does, he loves the financial aspect, do that. If you want to be a content creator, do that just for the fun of it. It's meant to be an enjoyable thing. It's meant to have fun. So, ultimately, all of this, yes, you're going to make money off of it, and yes, you can make money off of it, but try to make a middle ground where you're also enjoying yourself. If you're just stressing over it and you're just kind of doing all this, you might be better off in stocks than a children's card game. So.
Yeah, because the main reason I wanted to make this is because right now it's a very polarizing time. On one side, we have the people who are pure financial people, and on the other, we have a bunch of angry collectors because they can't get products who are condemning everyone who's investing or making money off of this. And I want to show you there is very easily a middle ground. There is a place you can exist in both worlds and enjoy them. Just so long as you keep in mind, like, alright, there is monetary value, just remember that. But I love these cards too. You'll be able to stay in the hobby and you'll have much healthier longevity. You're not going to be as susceptible to all the market noise. You're going to be able to see more clearly for, okay, the hobby's fine, I can keep going, or maybe I should take a step back, things are rough, whatever. But again, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully this helped you guys out finding the perfect middle ground, because I know I definitely couldn't have explained this on my own. I'm not great at this kind of stuff because I do not collect. So tell me what you guys think. Anything we should add up here, because I know for a fact we missed stuff. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.